Nobody sits you down at 65 and says, you can stop paying for half of this now. Not your insurance company, they like your money. Not the timeshare people, they definitely like your money. And not your family because, well, that's a different conversation. My name is Pearline Jessup. I'm 72 years old, and it took me until I was almost 71 to realize I was sending over $600 a month out the door for things I didn't need, didn't use, and didn't enjoy. Here are the 5 I cancelled and what I spent that money on instead. My name is Pearline Jessup. I'm 72 years old. I live just outside Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I spent 31 years working in hospital billing before I retired. I tell you that so you know I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a money guru. I'm a woman who spent her career looking at other people's numbers, and then one day finally sat down and looked at her own. And what I found made me sick to my stomach. I was spending over $600 a month on things that brought me absolutely nothing. Not happiness, not security, not peace of mind. Just habit, obligation, guilt. The kind of spending you do because somebody told you a long time ago that this is what responsible women do. They insure everything. They keep every policy. They help the family no matter what. And they never ever spend money on something as frivolous as fun. Well, I'm done with that. And by the end of this video, I think you might be too. One rainy Tuesday about 1.5 years ago, I sat down at my kitchen table with my bank statements and a yellow highlighter, and I went through every single recurring payment and asked myself one question. Is this for me or for somebody else's comfort? The highlighter ran out of ink. That night I went to the dollar store, bought a little whiteboard, stuck it on my refrigerator, and wrote across the top, Pearline's Fun Fund. My granddaughter Imani saw it and laughed so hard she nearly choked on her sweet tea. But I wasn't kidding. Every dollar I clawed back from those useless payments went on that board, and I watched that number climb. Now, before I get into my list, I want you to do something for me. Think about the last time you spent money on something just because it made you happy. Not your kids, not your grandkids, not the church fundraiser, you. If you have to think too long about that, it tells you something, and that something is exactly why I made this video. I'm going to walk you through 5 things I stopped paying for after 65. Each one felt scary to let go of. Not one of them deserved my money. And at the end, I'll tell you what I did with the savings, because that's the part that changed everything. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a woman with a calculator and a highlighter. Before you make any big changes, talk to someone who knows your specific situation. But I can tell you what I found when I finally looked at my own bills with honest eyes. Let's start with the big one. My mother, God rest her, told me when I was 26 years old to get life insurance. And she was right. At 26, I had a young child, I was renting, I had nothing saved. If something happened to me, my daughter would have had nothing. So I sat down at the kitchen table with a man from the insurance company, and he sold me a whole life policy. And I paid it faithfully, every single month, for decades. Here's what nobody told me. Whole life insurance is designed to take care of people who depend on your income. That's what the death benefit is for. But by the time I was 70, my daughter was 44 years old with her own career. My house was paid off. Nobody depended on my income. The only person that death benefit was going to help was already doing fine. And I was paying $187 a month for it. $187 every month. For peace of mind I didn't actually need. Now here's what I want you to do. Call your insurance company and ask 3 questions. Write these down. First, what is my policy's current cash value? A lot of whole life policies build up cash over the years. Mine had about $4,000 in it that I didn't even know about. Second, can I convert this to a paid-up policy? That means the policy stays in effect with a smaller death benefit, but you stop paying premiums entirely. Some companies offer this, some don't, but it's worth asking. Third, what are my options if I want to surrender the policy? This means you cancel it and receive the cash value. There may be tax implications, so this is one to talk over with an advisor. I surrendered mine, took the $4,000, put it in my savings, and that $187 a month? That was the first deposit in my fund. Now, and I want to be clear, if you have a spouse who depends on your income, or a child with a disability, or any situation where someone truly needs that death benefit, keep your policy. This is not one size fits all. But if you're paying every month out of pure habit for a benefit nobody needs, that's worth a phone call. If you don't know where to start, call your local SHIP counselor, SHIP. That stands for State Health Insurance Assistance Program, and they help with more than just health insurance. They're free, they're not selling you anything, and they can help you think through this. All right, that first one might have stung a little. This next one? This is the one that made me genuinely angry when I added up the numbers. I'm going to be honest with you. I was paying for a timeshare I hadn't set foot in since Obama's second term, and every year that maintenance fee went up. Started at about $60 a month when we bought it. By the time I finally dealt with it, it was $92 a month. That's over $1,000 a year for a place I wasn't going. And I know I'm not the only one. A lot of women my age ended up with timeshares. Some bought them with husbands who've since passed. Some got talked into them at those high-pressure presentations where they give you a free breakfast and then don't let you leave for 4 hours. Some inherited them from family members who didn't want them either. Here's the trap. Timeshare companies make it hard to leave on purpose. They want you to keep paying. And there's a whole industry of so-called exit companies that promise to get you out for a big fat upfront fee. Many of those are scams too. So here's what to do instead. Step 1. Call the timeshare company directly. Ask if they have a deed-back program or a surrender program. A lot of companies have quietly started offering these because they know people want out, but they don't advertise it. You have to ask. Step 2. If they say no, or if they give you the runaround, contact your state attorney general's Consumer Protection Office. They can advise you on your options and your rights. Step 3. Whatever you do, do not pay a large upfront fee to any exit company without checking them with the Better Business Bureau first. If they want thousands of dollars before they've done anything, walk away. Now listen, if you love your timeshare and you use it every year, more power to you. Keep it and enjoy it. I am only talking to the women who are writing a check every month for a place they'll never visit again. That was me. And freeing up that $92 a month felt like I'd gotten a raise. Okay, now we're getting into territory that's going to feel uncomfortable. Because this next one isn't about a company taking your money, it's about family, and that's harder. I almost didn't include this one, because I know how it sounds. It sounds cold, it sounds selfish, and every bone in my body was raised to believe that when family asks for help, you help. Period. But I need to tell you about my nephew, Terrell. Terrell is a good young man, works hard. About 2 years ago, he needed a truck for a new job he'd landed. Good job, better pay. but it was 30 miles away and he needed reliable transportation. His credit wasn't great. He came to me on a Sunday after dinner and asked if I'd co-sign. And I wanted to. I love that boy. I almost said yes on the spot. But the week before, my friend Opaline, we go to the same church, had told me what happened when she co-signed a car loan for her daughter. Her daughter lost her job, missed 3 payments, and Opaline didn't even know until a collections agency called her at 7 in the morning. $7,000 on Opaline's credit report. At 70 years old, on a fixed income, trying to deal with debt that wasn't even hers. Here's what people don't tell you about co-signing. When you co-sign, you aren't vouching for someone. You are taking on the full legal responsibility for that debt. If they miss a payment, it goes on your credit report. If they stop paying entirely, the lender comes after you. And on a fixed income of $2,000 a month, a surprise $500 monthly payment can break you. So here's what I did with Terrell. I said, "Baby, I love you, but I can't put my name on a loan. Here's what I can do." And I helped him find a credit union, the kind that works with people who are building their credit. It took an extra 2 weeks. His interest rate was a little higher, but he got the truck on his own. And I kept my credit, my savings, and my nephew. We still have Sunday dinner together. Nothing was lost. If someone asks you to co-sign, you can say no with love. You can say, "Let me help you find another way." That's not cold. That's wise. And it might be the most loving thing you can do, because you're teaching them they can do it on their own. Stay with me now. This next one is lighter, and honestly, this is the one that embarrassed me the most when I added it all up. I was insuring my washing machine like it was a Porsche. I am not exaggerating. When I did my highlighter audit, here is what I found. Appliance extended warranty through the store where I bought my washer and dryer, $14 a month. Cell phone insurance, $12 a month. Credit card protection plan, $9.99 a month. An accidental death insurance rider tacked onto my old life insurance, $11 a month. Identity theft monitoring through my bank, $11 a month. And a separate identity theft service I signed up for after I saw a commercial, $10 a month. 2 of them doing the same thing. Altogether, nearly $68 a month. That's over $800 a year. For protection I mostly didn't need, and in some cases was paying for twice. Here's what I want you to do. This is your homework. Pull out every single bill and statement, every one, and make a list of every insurance policy, every warranty, every protection plan, every monthly monitoring service. Then, for each one, ask yourself 4 questions. What does this actually cover? Have I ever used it? Is it duplicated by something else I'm already paying for? And, this is the important one, if the thing it's protecting broke tomorrow, could I handle that cost out of pocket? That washing machine warranty, I'd already paid more in premiums than the washer was worth. The cell phone insurance had a $75 deductible. At that point, I might as well just put $75 aside and skip the monthly payment. The credit card protection? I didn't even know what it did. I called and they couldn't explain it clearly either. I cancelled it on the spot. I kept one identity theft monitoring service, the one through my bank because it was the better one, and cancelled the duplicate. Everything else went. $55 a month, back in my pocket, just like that. Now, here's the fun part. Because this is where all that money you just freed up actually goes somewhere good. Here's my math, and yours might be different, but follow along because the exercise is what matters. I freed up $187 from the life insurance, $92 from the timeshare, 55 from all the unnecessary insurance and warranties. That's $334 a month. $334 I was sending out the door every month that brought me nothing. No security I actually needed. No joy, no memories, just receipts. In 1 year, that's over $4,000. So I opened a free savings account online. Took me about 10 minutes. I named it, and the bank let me give it a little nickname. Pearline's Fun Fund, same as the whiteboard. Every month, the money I used to spend on those 5 things goes straight into that account. And here's the rule I gave myself. This money is for me, not for the electric bill, not for a birthday gift for somebody else, not for an emergency. I have a separate emergency fund for that, even if it's small. This is for joy. And 8 months later, I had enough for the thing I'd been dreaming about for 40 years. A cross-country train trip on Amtrak, the California Zephyr, Chicago to San Francisco. I packed a turkey sandwich from home, brought a paperback I'd been meaning to read for 2 years, and I sat in that observation car and watched the Rocky Mountains go by while the sun set. Nobody needed anything from me. Nobody was calling. I just sat there with my sandwich and my book and thought, this is what the money was always supposed to be for. It wasn't fancy. It wasn't some luxury cruise. It was mine. I chose it. I paid for it. And every cent of it came from money I used to waste. Now listen to me. I'm not telling you to be reckless. I'm not telling you to stop being generous. I'm telling you to be honest. If you are spending money every month on things that don't serve you, out of guilt, out of habit, out of fear, out of obligation, that money is not doing its job. You spent decades taking care of everybody else. The kids, the grandkids, the house, the job, the family. You did that beautifully. Nobody is questioning that. But you are on a fixed income now, and every dollar that goes to a policy you don't need, or a timeshare you don't visit, or an insurance plan you're paying for twice, that is a dollar that could be taking you somewhere, literally. So here's what I want you to do this week. Sit down with your bank statement and a highlighter. Go through every recurring charge. Ask yourself, is this for me or for someone else's comfort? Is this serving me or am I serving it? Add it up. I bet the number surprises you. Then put a whiteboard on your fridge, or open a savings account, or stuff an envelope, whatever works. Give it a name, make it yours, and start feeding it. You are allowed to spend money on yourself. I'm going to say that again because I think you need to hear it. You are allowed to spend money on yourself. Nobody is going to give you that permission, so I'm giving it to you right now. Talk to your financial advisor about the big ones, the life insurance, the timeshare. Those deserve a professional conversation. But the small ones, the warranty on a washing machine, the duplicate monitoring service, those you can cancel before dinner tonight. Now you know what I know. And if this helped you, even a little, share it with a friend who needs to hear it. We all know one. And subscribe if you want more of these, because I've got a whole list of things I'm working on next. Now go get your highlighter.